backwards. This is why you need a dad in your life.
You start with
When you wash your car, what do you start with?
the soap
Where though? On the car?
You got it.
at the front.
The top. You gotta start with your head. Now, if you wash your
Shampoo
if
first.
you wash your body and then you wash your head and then it drips down
All the dirt
all the dirt. So you just
was
wash it.
collecting on that
Okay,
body.
okay, no. So you're right. So I have a.
Don't switch it up now.
No, listen.
Do you have to shampoo?
No, but I should. So
You don't have to wash your hair, do you?
I don't have hair, JJ.
I
Listen.
still wash my scalp.
Listen, so I usually shave before I get in the shower. So I shave before I get in the shower. When I get into the shower, I have African black soap, which I lather on my head. Okay, that's why y'all see the glow. Okay, I put it on my head and I put it on my face,
I thought it was a light.
and then I do the bar soap, the body wash. And then last, I do the beard wash. And then the beard wash, because I want my beard to still be damp by the time I put my beard dressings on it.
There it is.
Yes,
okay.
bro. It's a whole routine.
Okay.
It's a whole routine. But I thought I was tripping because I didn't think people, Olivia always be like, bro, why did it take you so long? And I'm like, I can't rush my routine.
No, yeah. It takes me a minute. And then of course you gotta lotion up when you get out.
That's what I'm saying. You got to lotion.
But you gotta wait a little bit. Because if you lotion right when you get out the shower,
When it's wet, it's gonna be- it ain't gonna go
it don't
into your-
stick. It don't stick on your body. Then you be ashy again.
You have to lock the moisture in.
No, you gotta wait.
Lock the
You gotta wait
moisture
till you
in.
fully dry
you do a
off.
light dry. And then you
Yeah,
lock
you
the
pat-
moisture
you pat
in.
dry.
You gotta do 2 coats. You gotta do it when you first get out, and then you gotta do it again.
Bro, start the podcast. That fool said.
Welcome back to the Soundboard Podcast. This is episode 23. You already know, this is Coop.
This is Dante.
What's up with it? It's your boy JJ.
Y'all gonna stop.
It's so bad.
Y'all
when I
gonna
say it.
stop.
Not y'all. Dante.
It's always when you go, it just sounds right to follow with "This is Dante." 'Cause
This
you
is
say,
Coop.
This is how people introduce themselves. This is.
Yes. Don't be acting like you own the rights to "This is."
What's your name?
Dante?
On IG.
Dante speaks life.
So Dante speaks life then. Just say that. 'Cause this is
So,
Coop.
but it don't go in that manner. So if you said "This is Coop" and I'm supposed to say Dante speaks life, that don't go.
_ Jeremy J.
So when you say "This is," and I only do it when you do the intro. I never.
Then you need to change your tag.
I'm
your,
a trendsetter.
Your name.
I'm gonna say "This is Dante." I'm gonna change my Instagram to "This is Dante."
This is Dante. You can find me at This is Dante.
I'm finna troll Coop for the rest of his life.
We might as well change the soundboard to This is the soundboard.
Woo!
But we
Another episode.
back.
We are back.
23. It's the Jordan year.
It's the Jordan year, bro.
So we really gotta ball out this episode.
Are we balling out?
Some of us. Y'all some little ballers. Y'all just now joined the ball club.
You may be wondering what Coopstifer is talking about.
Danto.
Bro, why somebody hit me up? My homeboy hit me up. Shout out to Chris. He was like, bro, y'all are killing me with this Danto thing. And I was like, that's a real person.
Did
bro.
he figure it out?
Did you know who we were talking about?
I think everybody knew who Danto was, guys. I think everybody knew. There literally was just one letter change.
Did that job find out who Danto was?
I hope they didn't. But hey, bro, I had the interview.
Oh, yeah. How'd
Second
that go?
interview?
I had the interview. So I interviewed with 2 people same day. And, bro, they loved me, man. Like, I feel like they loved me. They were laughing at my jokes. You know,
You was
I hit
telling
them-
jokes in the interview?
Yeah, bro. You know, you got to let your personality shine just a little bit. A little razzle dazzle. You know what I'm saying? I answered the questions. They were really vibing with my answers,
Did
bro.
you ask any questions?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Did you ask them to
Heck yeah.
speak to their employees?
Can I talk to 3 employees to make sure? I want to run a reference check on y'all.
Right.
Nah, bro, but I asked some questions at the end, and one of the questions I asked for our boy Danto was, is it a conflict of interest working for the podcast division if you have a podcast
Of your own.
and the manager said, I don't think it would be a conflict of interest at all.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm hoping that the next correspondence I hear is Dante, you got the job. You know why?
Congrats.
Why?
Because I need the money. Do you know why?
Why?
Because I'm about to plan a wedding.
Let's go!
Yeah.
That boy is engaged.
The
Engaged.
ball and chain is on.
A wedding, you said?
A whole wedding, bro. So this is the thing. I have been planning for the last couple of weeks trying to figure out how I was going to ask Olivia to marry me. Yep, that same Olivia that be balling out buying
The
bottles
same one
that I
that was
can't
your
afford.
girlfriend? That Coop kept saying girlfriend?
Yeah, so now Coop can't be over here saying your girlfriend. Yep, my
Fiance.
fiance. My fiance now.
Yeah.
So, bro, I have been trying to figure out how to do this big engagement. Now, one thing about me is I'm a very all or nothing type of person. So I'm going to either do it extremely big or I'm going to be stressed because I don't believe in small.
Right.
So then I just get paralyzed and don't do nothing. And you know what? And Olivia and I were talking about it, and she was like,
About the engagement?
not necessarily the engagement, because Olivia knew she knew I was planning something. And so for her, she came to me one day and she was just like, babe, I just need you to know that I don't need all that. I just need you.
Oh, that's a cute
And I
one.
said, you know what?
That's cute.
You sure right. And so at that moment, I was like, you know what? All these bills and like this whole thing trying to get all these people to come into town, I'm off that. I just need to figure out how to do it in a way that would just make this day amazing. And so we had talked about taking Christmas photos. Now this, mind you, this is before Thanksgiving.
Right.
We were talking about taking Christmas photos. So we found a photographer. We're like, okay, we're going to take Christmas photos.
Yeah.
Jaden ended up going out of town to spend Thanksgiving earlier with her dad's side of the family.
Right.
So then we're like, oh, dang, we can't take Christmas photos. The next week we get back, Jaden's in school, so we couldn't take him.
Yeah.
And so then it was like, okay, it's the first week of December. Are we going to take him? We scheduled the photos for December the 5th. But we wanted photos outside. The photographer tells us, hey, I'm only doing in-studio shoots and I'm only doing with like this Christmas backdrop. And we were like, yeah, we ain't really trying to do that.
Right.
We want photos that we can use forever.
Right.
So we end up not going with that photographer. And so then it was like, okay, we're back to square one. Mind you, I done already decided a couple weeks ago that I'm going to ask for Olivia's hand during the photo shoot. She doesn't know this. So Olivia's like, why are you so pressed? She tries to cancel this photo shoot multiple times.
Yeah.
You know what?
Adding stress to you.
She's like, you know what, babe? We could just really take these Christmas photos with somebody's iPhone. I'm like, no, we can't.
She had no idea.
I'm like, why would you want to take these on somebody's iPhone?
Yeah.
She's like, all we need is one photo. I'm like, you shut your mouth. So we canceled the photos for the 5th. And then now we're like, okay, what are we going to do? Olivia goes to this website called Shoot, SHOOTT, where you can literally hire a photographer for 30 minutes. And so we were going to schedule it for Sunday outside. But then Sunday, the 5th, it was supposed to rain. So we end up scheduling.
It ain't one thing.
If it ain't one thing, it's another. So we end up scheduling it for the 4th, right? So the 4th is the day before. And Olivia says, hey, babe, they just sent me the information on our photographer. And I started panicking.
Why?
Because I went to his photography Instagram page, and they was not giving what it was
wasn't
supposed to give. It was not giving what it's supposed to give. And
The pictures weren't picturing?
The pictures weren't picturing, bro. And when I tell y'all I'm panicking, I'm like calling people in a panic. In fact,
In a frenzy.
In a frenzy, bro. Olivia sent me the photos. She sent me his Instagram. We were on the phone.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I'm sitting in Walmart parking lot. And I said, I'm scrolling, and I'm like, Olivia, this is not going to work. And she's
not
like,
giving what it's
she's like,
supposed to
Dante, we only need one photo. I'm like, shut up. It's bigger than that. These are our first family photos.
Right.
And so I'm like, Olivia, I gotta get off the phone with you.
Right.
And she's like, is everything okay? I'm like, no.
I'm having a panic attack.
I'll talk to you later, bro. I'm having a whole panic attack. So I called Justin. Shout out to Justin. I called Justin. I'm like, bro, what am I about to do? He's like, hey, King, let's start reaching out to other photographers. See if you can find them. So, bro, I'm on Instagram. Mind you, it's like 10, 30, 11 o'clock at night.
The day before.
The day before. I'm messaging photographers like,
Yeah.
hey, are you available tomorrow?
Yeah.
For an engagement shoot. Nothing comes through, bro. But earlier that day, I had left work and drove all the way to Sulphur Spring, Texas to ask Olivia's mom and dad, could I marry her?
Oh, come on.
So this is prior to the Walmart meltdown.
Right.
So I get down there, bro. I talk to her parents. I'm like, yo, I would love to have your daughter's hand. Can I marry her? And they're like, oh, yes, bro. Like, yes,
They
of
didn't
course.
impress you at all?
No, bro. They were like, of course.
Pops
like,
didn't press you?
No, bro. They were like, bro, come on, finally. Like, so, and
That's
her,
respect.
bro, and her mom said something because I was really thinking about pushing the engagement off if her parents want to be a part of it.
Right.
And her mom was like, I said, well, hey guys, you know, I know this is kind of sudden, and if you guys want to be a part of it, I could just push it back to a later date. But we are taking Christmas photos tomorrow, and I would like to just propose tomorrow.
Right.
And her mom was like, you know what, Dante, this is the beginning of y'all's family.
Correct.
And y'all, as long as you there, Olivia there, and Jaden there, that is all that matters.
Yeah.
And so in my mind, I was like, all right, we're going to do this. So I'm driving back. That's when the whole Walmart situation happened.
Yeah.
I could not sleep the night before. The next morning, bro, I'm panicked. I'm calling everybody, asking for advice.
Still looking for
I called Coop.
Yo.
I called Justin.
Yo.
I called, bro, I'm literally calling everybody.
Did
People
everybody
from
say the
church.
same thing?
Everybody was like, Dante. I called our therapist. I was like,
That
hey,
boy was desperate.
I was like, Mr. Bowers, I
To call the
know.
therapist.
I was like, I know
Dante,
this is.
what's wrong with
I
you,
was like,
bro?
please don't charge me for this. Should I do it?
You got your
And-
therapist on speed dial?
Yes, bro. Yes,
Oh
and
my
you know what? And he was
God.
like, you know, Dante, Olivia has been waiting on this moment, bro. He was like, you, this girl done already told you, as long as it's you and her,
That's-
there,
exactly.
that's all that matters. And I'm like, but I need it to be perfect. So, bro, we get fast forward. I melt down again that morning at like 9. Fast forward, we're taking the photos at 2:00. I go pick them up. We're there. We see the photographer. I'm like, Ethan, I done already seen your work, but I'm gonna go through with it.
Right.
Olivia was like, babe, I prayed for our photographer. He's gonna be good. So we get there. Olivia and Jaden are over there talking, making sure that they're good with the hair and all that type of
Yeah.
stuff. I slide to the photographer.
Did she know? Did Jaden know?
Jaden knew
Okay,
because I'm telling this story terribly.
Yeah.
Right before we left
Nah,
the
you're
house,
doing a good job, bro.
right before we left the house, I didn't want to tell Jaden days before,
Right.
Because I knew she was gonna tell,
Right.
So right before we left the house, I said, Jaden, grab a purse, and she was like, a purse for what? I don't have anything to carry, but you do,
Right.
This rock,
And it's
Woo!
heavy.
So I slid her the ring, and she's like, oh my god, you're gonna do it today?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Shout out to her for not ruining
And
it.
she didn't ruin it, bro.
Yeah.
And so the whole time, Olivia's like, what you need the purse for, Jaden? Put that purse down. I'm like, shut
Olivia
up.
was trying to mess
You
it
are
up.
trying to ruin this. So we get there, and I see the photographer. He introduces himself. They're over there making sure that they're good. I go up to him. I say, hey, King, I want to propose today.
Right.
He's like, all right, we're going to do it at the end of the shoot.
Yeah.
I'm going to take y'all upstairs looking over this terrace.
Yeah.
And we're going to surprise her.
Uh-huh.
So we go through this whole photo shoot, bro. We go through this whole photo shoot, taking all these photos, together photos, individual, family photos. We go up to
Did he
this.
give you more time than you paid for?
Nah, he gave us 30 minutes.
Oh, really?
But dude gave us, bro, like almost 200 photos.
Oh, yeah.
It was moving that quick, bro. The whole time, I'm nervous, palms sweaty, like
Mom spaghetti.
like look, legs shaking, bro. Legs shaking. We go up to this terrace, and he's like, Miss Olivia, I want to get some photos of you by yourself. Olivia's posing in the photos. She's not even paying attention.
Yeah.
I grab the ring from Jaden. I slide over to the side. Olivia's like taking photos.
He trying to be
looking-
smooth. He talking about
He's
slid
smooth.
over.
She over here looking over the terrace, all that type of stuff.
She don't even know.
He gives me the signal. He's like, drop down. I get on one knee. Olivia's still taking photos. Don't even see me in the background. He says, Miss Olivia, look. Olivia's still taking photos, posing. I said, Olivia. She turns around, bro, sees me on bended knee, automatically starts crying.
Yes.
Automatically starts crying, bro. Now, this is the thing. I had wrote down what I was going to say, and I lost my phone. So I had to go impromptu.
You was nervous for real.
Bro, I was nervous for real, bro. I had to go impromptu. I ain't no telling what I told that girl.
You're pretty.
You smart. You're intelligent. But at the end, bro, I do remember saying to the effect of, you know, we have been a part of each other's lives for some monumental moments, bro. We have been a part of each other's lives. The first time, seen each other graduate. The second time, I mean, now the second go round, we done seen each other through layoffs, through furloughs, through sickness, through loss. And I remember
That's
saying,
the vows right there.
yeah, I remember looking at her and I said, Olivia,
Cleared the
I
throat.
never
Cleared the
Fucking emotional.
I said I wouldn't want to go through these things with anyone but you.
So beautiful.
Will
So
you marry
beautiful.
me? And she said yes. So I was engaged now.
Congratulations, big dog.
Congratulations, dog.
That's
I'm engaged
beautiful,
now.
My
bro.
boy, emotional, dog.
So this is the thing. Olivia was mad. Olivia was mad.
Did you cry?
Olivia was mad. I did not cry, but I cried the night before.
Alone.
I cried alone as I was writing out the.
That was your last night as a bachelor, bro.
I know. I cried. I don't know if I was crying because I was sad or crying. I'm joking. No, I cried as I was writing her, writing the vows down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so
Yeah,
when
that'll do it.
I gave to her, she was like,
They're not vows.
not the vows, but you know,
The
my
engagement
speech, my
speech,
engagement speech.
Yeah.
I cried when I was writing it, but I didn't cry.
That means it's
as
coming
I
from
did.
the heart.
You know what's so weird, bro? And I think I'm still have to work through this. It's still weird for me to cry in front of Olivia. Olivia has never seen me cry. I don't cry
I
in
don't know if
public.
I've ever cried in front of kids.
Did you talk to
I
Bow-
have one.
Did you
I don't
talk to
cry in
Mr. Broser? What's his name?
Bowers.
Bowers. Did you talk to
Bowser?
Bowser?
I think I'm gonna have to start going some private sessions now. I got some things I need to work through before we get married. But yeah, bro, she was like, Dante, I'll tell you this. You better cry at that wedding.
Why do they want you to cry, bro?
I don't know.
Bro, I'm sick of it.
I think it's
I'll be seeing so much corniness on IG.
can't even compose himself,
No tears.
Mouth wide open,
bro.
squeezing his nose, like, you know, your eyes and your cheeks squeezed towards your nose.
Your
adds to the-
butt cheeks tight, trying to push them tears out.
It adds to the
It
effect.
adds to the effect, bro. So I will say I probably will cry. At the
That's fine. If you quiet, bro, you don't have
Did
to
you
be
cry at your
dramatic.
wedding?
No, I almost teared up, but I didn't.
Why? Why don't men suppress emotions?
I don't know.
Just taboo.
I don't know, bro. But I almost teared up, and I was like, I don't know.
Man up.
I just shut it off. I shut off the water.
That was crazy. So yes, quit call, put some respect on her, boy. Quit calling her my girlfriend.
Your
That's my
It's a fiance.
Sorry.
Yeah, if y'all notice, I laid off the jokes.
You did.
You did.
So this is the thing.
Sensitive.
It had got real sensitive. That's my fiance. That's my baby.
There was some tension.
That's my baby.
In the Robinson household.
As for me and my household. So yeah, bro. So I'm engaged now. So we got a married guy,
Yeah.
an engaged guy.
We got two.
Wait,
Engaged.
not a single guy?
Oh,
Oh, JJ about to break the internet with this one.
so your boy JJ also got engaged.
Man. That's what's up, dog. So how did
Hold on. You got to walk us through the beginning.
Right.
Because
What you mean?
we just told the world that you had a girl 2 episodes ago.
Right.
Have y'all only been dating for 2 months?
No, we've been dating longer than that. The world didn't know that though.
Wow.
You're hiding the world from the girl from the world?
Wow.
Nah, not even that. But people knew. It just wasn't on
I mean,
social.
we knew.
Yeah. It just wasn't on social. You know?
But for the social people, they're going to be shocked.
Yes, they
Yeah.
will be shocked. Because I haven't posted her at all on social. It's just been.
You haven't?
No, this was the first time.
That boy ain't never posted her. It popped up
It
with
popped
her.
up with it,
I'm Wow.
Yeah, man. But I mean, it was great just going through the relationship like more private, where social media is just not a
Because
factor.
nobody could speak into it.
Or not that people spoke into it, but the people that we I guess allowed into that space spoke into it.
Oh,
you know?
okay.
So it was cool.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So how did you pop the question. Take
Right.
to the process.
Yeah, man. So I had been trying to figure out how I was gonna do it.
Okay.
Right? I knew the time frame I wanted to do it. Originally, I was like, I want to do it at the end of November, beginning of December, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I narrowed it down to like the first 2 weekends in December.
Right.
I was just trying to figure out how. So in my head, I was like, man, I want to do something like intimate and like sentimental between us. So I was thinking about doing like a getaway.
Yeah.
And then as I was trying to like plan it out and figure it out, I was actually my mom hit me up in November and was like, hey, do you want to go see the tree in New York? And I was like, nah, I ain't
The
trying to.
Rockefeller tree?
The Rockefeller tree, yeah. I was like, nah, I got too much going on. I'm going to New Orleans. We got Thanksgiving.
Right.
There's a lot of trips
I ain't
happening.
taking no
I ain't
more
trying to go
trips.
nowhere else. I ain't
Right.
got it. But then the more I started thinking about it, I was like, that could be a thing. That could be an idea.
Yeah.
And so I was talking to my lady, and I was asking her about the holidays and stuff like that. What's her favorite holiday? She was like, Christmas. I was like, Christmas is my favorite holiday too. And so I started putting up
Your fiance.
my fiance.
Fiance, you got to get used to it.
Fiance. And so I was putting 2 and 2 together. I was like, man, it would be dope if I did it in front of the Rockefeller tree.
Wow.
The tree at Rockefeller Center. And so I started to coordinate a plan. I was like putting a plan together in my head. I was like, all right, I want to propose in front of the tree. What's going to be the best weekend? Got her availability, got my availability. I was like, first weekend in December going to be the best weekend for it.
Right.
So I hit up her sister to help me coordinate things on the back end because I'm in Texas. I'm trying to do this in New York.
Right.
I don't know like I don't know the layout of. I've never. been
And her
to
sister is in New York.
Her sister's in New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've never been to the tree before.
Yeah.
That boy over here getting married somewhere he ain't
I ain't never been, bro. I ain't never been.
I would have pulled up. The tree was a small tree.
Little tree boy.
Hey, bro. Right before that though. Hey, did y'all know there's 2 trees?
No.
There's 2 trees. So
Wait, in the same vicinity?
yes, bro. When we were walking up, I was like, "Is that the tree?"
That boy was at the big tree?
And she was like, "No, there's another one. Like there's
So there's
two.
a smaller
There's
one?
a smaller tree.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't realize that. I was
So
like,
there's a big one and a small one.
yeah. Talk about. I was like, oh no, this ain't gonna be what I thought it was gonna be.
We could have did
That boy saw his whole.
we could have went this in downtown Dallas.
That boy saw the whole flan about the cave.
Yeah.
So so I was trying to coordinate with her sister who's in New York on the back end because I don't know like the layout. Her sister and her cousin.
Okay.
Who's on like about trying to get a photographer.
Right.
Trying to figure out like also I wanted to get her family and her friends to do like a surprise dinner after the proposal for like a celebration.
Yeah.
But I don't know like the best restaurants to go to.
Right.
I don't know what it looks like to actually propose in front of the tree. So I was trying to, work on the back end with that.
Yeah.
Got her to be like, hey, I went under the guise of like, I want to take a break from work. Work's been stressing me out. I've been on that wave telling her this. It's been strategic,
Sneaky.
bro. It's been strategic.
Scandalous.
So the previous month, I was telling her like we took a trip basically because I was like we're taking a trip because we were like stressed out at work and stuff like that just to get away. I said, man, I would like to do this every month. Trying to lay it up.
Planted the seed.
Yeah. So in December, I was like, I want to take that trip the first weekend, and she was like, cool. I'm down. Where do you want to go? I was like, New York. But I had to lay it up because we already been to New York twice this year.
Right.
Like, why are we going again?
Right.
So I was like, well,
Well, she would have been like, I don't really want to go.
I don't want to do that one. Let's go somewhere else.
So I had to say, like, I just want to go and get away because, I'm stressed out, work's stressing me out. But also to be around her family for the holidays.
Okay,
And
so
she
her
wanted-
family is in New
Her
York.
family's in New York, and she wanted to
Why am
be there.
I talking like I don't know her?
But
For the listeners.
she wanted to be
Right,
around her
right.
family for Thanksgiving and wasn't able to do it.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, and she won't be able to do it for Christmas because we're taking another trip. So I was like, all right, bet. Well, we can just go to New York, in December. So we'll be around
Wow,
your family.
yeah, so we can see
it
them.
also allowed me a time to get away and just kind of stress and relax. And you're like, bet she's on board. Cool. So did that. Meanwhile, I'm coordinating with her cousin and her friend, getting everything situated, trying to get all her family and friends to the dinner. We get to New York, everything. I'm just worried about getting through security and everything.
Yeah.
Sir, your ring is going on. Sir, excuse me.
Please don't check this bag.
Sir.
Right.
And they actually pulled me to the side.
Did they?
Yes.
And said
Cavity
what?
search.
Yeah, but it was
Cavity. Not a cavity, sir.
no, not. But yeah, they asked me about something different.
Dr. Dropple is back. And he's working in TS.
Stop. Let him tell his story.
Are you Dante's doctor?
Tell his story.
But yeah, so we ended up getting to New York. Everything was cool. And then so Saturday rolls around, right? Saturday's the day I'm gonna do. This is the proposal. So we are actually staying in Jersey, which is like an hour and 15
From the tree.
from the tree.
Okay.
So I've already been in communication with the photographer. Got him booked for an hour. Right. I hit him up and like, hey, this is our ETA. This is what we're gonna be there. New York traffic. Bro,
Crazy.
ETA just keep creeping up.
That's
creeping up.
crazy, right?
Yeah, so originally we were supposed to be there like 4:30. I was trying to time it to like right when the sun was going down. But we
Try
didn't.
the sunset
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
park
Yes,
with
like
the
so we
tree?
can get both worlds. You know, the sunset and the dark. You know what I'm
and the
saying?
city.
Uh,
Sunset in the city.
but we didn't get there till 4:45. but we got there. We parked. We were walking up to the tree. This is when I seen the first tree, and I was like, no.
Unimpressed.
That does
Bro,
not look
this
like it
can't
does
be
in
it.
photo.
Rockefeller's
This can't
broke.
be it.
That's rock. Rockefeller does.
But shout out to the photographer, bro, because he had texted me like the perfect place to be.
Oh, dope.
He was like, hey, this is gonna be the great view. It's perfect. It's
So
right-
you're trying to coordinate
bro.
a photographer while she still don't know, while driving around in
Yes, while driving,
an
and I
area you ain't never been in.
yes, and still hold casual conversation like nothing about to happen.
Right.
Yes.
I can't talk to you
And
right
then
now.
and then getting out of the car trying to walk to the tree, I'm trying to make sure she stay on my right side.
Yeah.
Because I got the
Right.
ring
You
on
got
my
the
left
ring.
side. Yeah. So just that's the amount of stress. I'm just like, ooh, just don't find out right now. So he texted me, the photographer texted me like perfect directions. He was like, hey,
Dope.
we're in between 48th, 49th, right in the middle of the street. It's gonna be the perfect spot. Like
Yeah.
pull up here.
Yeah.
So we walk there, finally get to the tree, and it's so many people, bro.
Everybody knew about that spot.
Everybody
It's
goes
so
to take photos.
crowded, bro.
The crazy thing is, our homeboy had took a photo right in front of it,
Oh,
like
yeah.
days before.
Oh, really?
But it's so many people. So I immediately was like, I ain't gonna be able to find a photographer.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's so many people here. So we're like, well, I walked to where he told me to go, and I'm looking around, I don't see him. And she's like, well, let's just take pictures here. I'm like, no. She's like, what you doing? I'm like, trying to stall. Like,
Right.
oh, I'm just trying to find out the best spot. I heard here was a great spot to go. Just trying to stall. Meanwhile, I'm like, dang, she's figuring it out.
Right,
She gonna
right.
know what it is.
Why did we fly all the way to New York? Why am I dressed up?
Right.
So I'm still trying to text the photographer on the side. And
Right.
I'm like, yo, I'm here. And he's like, oh, I'm coming. I'm in the middle of the street. We figured out. So I lock eyes with him. I'm like, bet, I found him.
Right.
So then I pull her to the middle of the street. She didn't want to go to the middle of the street at first because she wants
What
to
are
stay.
you doing,
Right,
Jeremy?
because it's so many people.
Stop it.
There's
Yes,
so many people in
it's
the middle.
crowded.
She's like, we can just stay over here to the side. I'm like, nah, we're gonna go to the middle. I want to get the best view.
Right.
So go to the middle. I'm trying to grab her hand, to talk to her.
Right.
She trying to take selfies.
That boy trying to pour his heart out. And she over here like,
She's trying to take
oh,
selfies.
this lighting is fire.
Right.
Meanwhile, I see the photographer's taking pictures of us taking selfies.
Yeah.
And I see her see him,
Yeah.
but not like recognizing like
Right.
he's
What's
there for
going on?
us.
Because there's other photographers out
There's
there.
other photographers, like professional photographers there taking pictures, and it's
Yeah.
just a bunch of people out. So she's not like putting two and two together. But that's in the back of my mind.
Right.
So then I grab her hands, I grab both of her hands now. I'm trying to talk to her.
Right.
Trying to, pour out my heart. I'm trying to talk to her. She at first she's like looking around like, what are you doing right now? I'm trying
Right.
to take a picture of the tree. But midway through, she's like, oh, you being like real sentimental right now. You being
Right.
real deep. And I think it started to click,
Right.
hey, like, oh, this is a
Right.
this is a moment.
Right.
Like what's happening? Then So then your
I
boy
feel like I'm there.
so then your boy drops to one knee.
Ooh.
But while I'm trying to drop to one knee, like she's figured it out, right? She's
Right.
like, you're about to propose.
Right.
She's trying to hold me up.
Did you get scared?
to
Like,
keep, bro, in my head, I was like, oh my God,
she's
finna
gonna say no on camera.
In front of all these people in New York.
The photographer gonna give you pictures of you crying.
He gonna go cry in the car.
But it wasn't the case at all. So I dropped to my knees. I dropped to one knee.
I'm about to say both knees.
No.
Freaky man.
Pouring down my heart.
I dropped to one knee. When I dropped to one knee, bro, the crowd, so it was all these people around us.
Right.
The crowd immediately
They knew what was going on.
dispersed, right? And they formed a circle around us. And it was like,
I love
oh my God,
People
oh my
love
God,
love.
oh my God. And I dropped, I asked her, I said, will you marry me? She said, yes. The crowd went crazy. They were like, oh my God, we love to see it. We love it. We love
Black
it.
love.
And it was like a group of black people there. And they was like, black love. I love it. We love it. We love it. The photographer thought they were with us.
Yeah.
Because they were hyping us up so much that he thought they were with us.
Yeah, man, I didn't know your family
They
was gonna
are.
be
They
here.
are with y'all.
You're right.
So it was a moment, bro. Like, so when I dropped down to one knee, it was just me and her in that moment.
Right.
It was crazy. It was like
Time
surreal.
stopped.
It was like time stopped, right? It was like me and her in that moment. It was very palpable. Like it was me and her in the moment. And then as soon as she said yes, I heard the crowd again.
That's crazy.
It's almost like, off a
Right.
movie, like how they be doing them scenes. That's how it was.
The close-up scene.
Yeah, man. And got it on in photography. She said yes.
Y'all boys over here emotional.
So-
I see it in y'all's eyes, bro.
But
Y'all
that
look
ain't
different.
it. That ain't it.
What else happened?
That ain't it. So I had that proposal plan. And then I had told her that I had reservations for dinner, like for me and her to go to dinner to celebrate.
Right.
Meanwhile, I had been coordinating with her sister to get everybody together for the surprise proposal dinner.
Yeah.
But she had no idea. So we do the shoot like with the photographer and everything. Then we get back in the car to go to the dinner, and she's like, "Oh, she's asking a million questions." I'm like, "Don't ask like you asking me questions I can't answer to yet."
Right.
So we drive. We pull up to the restaurant, and she's like, "Oh, I've heard of this restaurant before. Like my sister was telling me about this place. How'd you find this place?" I was like, "Oh, I just kind of made it so. Oh, I heard about this place."
Right.
Walk in, and I had never been there before, right? So I peeped the scene really quickly, and I saw that this private dining area was straight to the back, so I needed to move quick.
Right.
Because she's super perceptive.
And she probably will hear
Yes,
people.
she's super perceptive. So I walk in, I'm like, "Oh yeah, we got reservations, private dining." I'm trying to talk real fast, right?
Yeah,
so like
right.
I can just keep walking. He was like, "Okay, cool, straight back." As I'm like walking back, she sees one of her friends, but it's like not really clicking. She's like, "Is that like one of my?" And as soon as she was like saying it, I was opening up the door,
Okay.
and everybody was like, "Congratulations!"
Oh, that's
and it was
what's up.
overwhelming emotion.
Because your family flew up there too, right?
My family flew up there. My parents, my sister, and I had her friends, her family there. So yeah. It was,
So if she says no, would you be like, do you still go to dinner, or do you be like,
You cancel everything.
if she says no, what is dinner?
dinner's canceled?
Dinner where?
Bro, so you know what? But I think that's a great question. Like we both got engaged on the same day.
Right.
But the question is like, what do you stay if somebody says no?
What is the next steps?
Because I'll be honest with you. I knew Olivia was gonna say yes, but I would just think if you ask a woman to marry you and she say no, I would think that's the end of the relationship.
Bro, it's a
Definitely
wrap.
have to dip, bro.
It's a wrap after that.
But some would say maybe it's too soon, or maybe it's just not the right time. That don't mean it's forever. But
I don't think I could recover from that.
Bro,
especially if you done told your friends and
I'm
stuff.
not asking
there's
again.
absolutely no recovery.
There's not.
If she says no, what's the reason she's saying no?
Hey, ladies, if you've ever gotten proposed to and said no,
Tell us why.
can you DM us and tell us why
And how the rest of the relationship went.
Did y'all stay together? Y'all probably did, but just tell us that.
Or
to-
they might still be together.
Or they might still be together. Or to the fellas, because I'm intrigued by this. Because I would say the answer is no. Like if you say no,
But
ain't no.
did
us
you
staying
go into
together.
it knowing she was gonna say yes?
That's what I was gonna say.
I went into it knowing that Olivia was going to say
Yeah,
yes. But that's
I feel like most
because-
people know that the woman's gonna say yes, or
I think people that ask and they're not confident in their woman saying yes are psychos.
I need to know it's a yes, baby.
yeah. Oh, but sometimes people ask
Like prematurely.
Well, prematurely, or they ask like to try to save the relationship.
That's the thing. That's the
Yeah.
thing. That's like people have babies to save relationships. People get
Right.
engaged to save relationships.
No, I'm gonna be honest, bro. At one point, Olivia and I, we weren't doing the best. I think it's because she wanted to be engaged, but
Yes.
she got mad, and she was like, "Bro, if you would have asked me, I would have said no."
What? No, she just said that.
She just said that to hurt you.
She
bro.
would have said yes.
It hurt my feelings. It did. It hurt my feelings.
It's like good thing I'm not gonna ask. That's what I was saying.
I was like, well, what if
I heard back.
I was like, well, what are we doing then? And then we started therapy. Because I wanted to fight for what mattered. I wanted to fight for what mattered.
And here we are.
Here we are, bro.
That's what's up.
Now the stress begins.
Definitely, bro. We got wedding planning.
But were you stressed beforehand?
I told you I had a meltdown.
Oh, wait. Let me ask you an important question. How long did y'all have the ring before y'all proposed? Because I had my ring for a whole year.
Boy,
yeah. No, I didn't have
I
it.
wouldn't have been
deck.
able. I wouldn't have been able to.
Yeah,
make it
I didn't
again.
have it that long.
And I kept it
I
with
only
me.
had it. What month is this?
This is December.
May, June, July, August, September. I had it for 7.
7 months. That's almost a year.
I had it for 7.
JJ?
I had mine for a month.
Dang, so you got it and just let it
Yeah.
rip.
Yeah.
Boy, could've keep
It was burning a hole in my pocket. I got that ring and I was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it till December.
Yeah, I got mine right before I got in the hospital.
Oh,
And then, you know, all that happened.
before the lactose didn't tolerate you.
Bro, there was a lot.
Dante intolerant.
Bro, there was a whole bunch of life that happened in the midst of me getting the ring.
Yeah,
It's
bro, it was like
literally
one thing
right when
after
I
the
got
next.
it. I got in the hospital. Then I got in a reg. It was just a lot. I wasn't doing the best in that time.
You had it for a year?
I had it for a whole year, bro.
Why? Did you
As soon
keep
as
it
I
so
got
long?
the ring, Kiana got to arguing with me. I was like, you know
You
what?
know what? Coop told me that. Coop said, as soon as you get the ring, bro, you start arguing.
I think it's because you don't even know what I got planned for you. You
Right.
over here talking to me about a cup I left at the.
You want to be mad about it? I got a cup.
Yeah.
That must have been a hell of an argument.
No, it just trickled. It just trickled. And I was like, you know what? Let me just wait.
Is you the one? that one went from super confidence to are you the one? Which brings me to this question, because
Right.
one of our listeners asked, what was the question? Who asked the question?
Calandra.
Calandra asked a question to us.
So basically, our question was, when did you know that she was the one, and that you could erase that question in your back of your mind? Can I do better?
Can I do better?
Do y'all date? When y'all dating, is that a question that even was in y'all's mind?
So I'm gonna be honest with you. I always have felt like Olivia was out of my league.
So that was the okay.
So I've never just felt like I've always felt like Olivia was out of my league, just because of just how she moves, just her thought process, how beautiful. Like I just always felt like that.
Yes, speak on it,
That's
kid.
good.
Speak
I
on
felt
it.
like
good.
That's your fiance.
Now, what I will say is, I think fundamentally, I always knew Olivia was the one. I just wasn't ready. So it was never that. But wait, her question was, how did I
you
know Olivia was the
how
one?
did you know?
That's a hard question.
I hate when people ask me that too.
I think was
Was there a moment? Okay, is there a time? Okay, was there a time or a moment where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna
like
marry
it just
her?
kind of dawned in on me.
Yeah, I can do mine if you want me to do
No,
mine.
do yours. Let me think about it.
The boy
So-
married. I get this question all the time.
Right. I'm 4 years in.
Bruh, so me and Kiana started talking in like October of 2010. Yeah, 2010.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
2010. 2000. Yeah,
11?
2010. And then we weren't official until the 1st of 2011. That Valentine's Day, she lived in Waco because she went to Baylor, and I was in Arlington because I went to UTA. I drove down to Waco for Valentine's Day. I walk in, she got the music playing,
Oh.
got the candles lit.
Setting the mood.
She in the kitchen making some fettuccine. You know the
They
women.
say millennial women love fettuccine. Millennial women go fettuccine us to death.
Bro, you gotta
You
remember.
can do so much with fettuccine, bro.
And garlic bread. Y'all in that damn Texas
That garlic
toast.
bread was there. That toast was there. That was there. Right, but you gotta remember, I'm 21, right? So I had never experienced
A woman romanticizing.
First of all, she had her own place. I hadn't moved out yet.
Oh, you was at the crib.
I was at the crib.
So she was a boss.
She was a boss. She had a place. She cooks.
Is
She
this
has
fettuccine?
Candles? She got music?
That boy said,
Bruh.
this the one.
Ate that fettuccine. Fire. After fettuccine, guess what happened?
What?
Some wine.
I'm about to say.
After the wine, guess what?
What?
Back rub.
Oh,
Fire.
Key.
She had the oils.
Key.
Heated the oils up, gave
Let
your
me
boy a
find-
massage.
let me
And don't
find-
forget, that's back in 2010.
Let me find out.
And I said, you know what? We gonna get married.
and we can we can confirm this because he put it on Facebook.
Yeah, I got a real time.
He
I
put
got
it on
receipts.
Facebook. He
I
put it
got
on Facebook.
So that was the moment where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get married to her.
It was because of that oil.
That oil got me.
That oil on that bag and that furniture.
That boy was full and he was getting the rub.
Bro, I don't know. I feel like I've always known. I can't pinpoint a moment. I can pinpoint like several moments of our journey. Like even when Olivia and I broke up for 4 years. So we dated in college.
Right.
We dated for like a year and a half in college. We broke up for 4 years. We got back together. And
Oh, I didn't even realize it was 4 years.
I didn't realize it was that long
we were-
either.
we
I
were
thought it was
broken
like a
up.
year.
Bro, Olivia and I were
Yeah,
broke
that
up
was
for
like 2
4
years.
years, bro.
That's when you moved.
I had moved to Houston. I'll never forget, bro. We broke up because I had graduated and I was moving to Houston, and nobody believed I was moving to Houston.
I didn't either.
I was like, I'm moving to Houston, y'all. And I got up and I packed up and moved to Houston. And Olivia was like, I don't necessarily want to do a long distance relationship.
yeah.
But I had talked to my mama, and my mama said, I ain't married, so I need to go live my life.
That's the real deal. That's good advice, though.
To a 21,
Bro,
I was
because
like,
if you didn't, you probably would regret that.
Oh no, bro.
And there would be resentment.
Bro,
for her.
Olivia and I to this day talk about this. At the time, bro, we were having that relationship. We were not we were not as emotionally mature as we are now.
Right.
Bro, there is no doubt in my mind, and Olivia and I both have talked about this, that if we were not around the right people, we would have gotten married and we would be getting divorced right now.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like no lie.
Yeah,
Because
bro, you're welcome.
bro, when I think about shut up.
JD, are you the right people?
Bro, when I think about how I used to be,
Right.
just in a relationship,
Right.
bro, please. But okay, so this is the moment. Olivia and I had kind of kept in contact during those 4 years because like dudes, I always knew she was the one, but I knew we weren't together, so I would just hit her with messages,
Yeah.
to be like, Merry Christmas, the future,
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I was thinking about I had some pecan pie, and I just thought about
The future memes.
when I heard the Mariah Carey song, I just really thought about don't forget about us. So Olivia got tired. She had got tired of it, and she was like, bro, I need to protect my heart. That girl bought me my favorite Starbucks drink. I was coming back to Dallas.
Right.
And I was like, hey, I'm coming back to Dallas. I'm gonna be staying at my old place, which we call the frat house. I was like, I'm gonna be staying at the frat house.
Yeah.
She said, oh, okay. She said, I'm gonna pull up on you. That girl pulled up on me, bought me a caramel frappuccino, my favorite drink from Starbucks.
That's my favorite too.
And then she said, don't contact me anymore.
Oh, send a message.
She said, don't call me or text me.
After she dropped the drink
anymore.
off?
Wait, she did it in person or
In
text?
person. This girl brought me
She's
my
cold.
favorite Starbucks drink, set me on the couch, and said, don't hit me up anymore. I need to protect my heart.
Ooh.
And I'll never forget, bro. I went back to Houston, and I was recanting the story with women.
Yeah.
And I was like, so when a girl does this, what is that? I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
And so I'll never forget, my homegirl Lindsay was like, oh, she done with you. And I was like,
Yes.
she not done.
She wouldn't have bought me the
No,
drink if
like,
she was
done.
done.
I was like, is she done?
She sent you a message.
And she was like, no, bro. She on some when a woman's fed up,
Yeah.
done. And in that moment, I remember being like, bro, I got to get this girl back. Like, I remember I can't, I would
They
rather.
don't have Starbucks in Houston.
Bro, we have been through some things. Even when I moved to, I was just thinking about this. Even when we broke up and I first moved to Houston, Olivia had let me see her Apple computer while I was in school. She had came pick the computer up.
she took it back.
She took the computer back.
Gave you some coffee?
This is when I first moved to Houston.
Oh, yeah.
She came to Houston to see her friends, and she was like, I need to see you. And she was like, I need my laptop back.
Oh.
I was like, I ain't got no laptop. But I say that is the moment I realized it, because I was finally.
You didn't realize what you had till it was gone.
I was
gone.
finally faced with
Both y'all didn't realize it.
Dante, you are a fool.
a fool, a whole fool. But I didn't recognize my foolishness.
But y'all both got wooed.
What you mean?
Because
Yeah, I
Coop
got
was
wooed.
like,
I got wooed.
he got the presentation, the candles.
I get all that.
Nah,
fettuccine.
she
And then I
didn't.
seen it. I said, I ain't never had this, and I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
Olivia let me up just to drop me down.
Yeah, that's boss.
Yeah.
I like how
that's
she
what it
did that.
Yeah, she bossed up on me, and I said, and I was then faced with the thought of like, oh, she's gone for good, because in my mind, Olivia was never really gone.
Right.
Because in my mind, I was like, I'm just going to come back, and we're gonna pick up where I left off when I'm ready. I just feel like
You played a dangerous game, Dante.
Dangerous and
man.
almost lost. I could be out here married to some woman that don't mean nothing. I shudder at the
You would
thought.
have married somebody that's not your soulmate.
Thank God Olivia took me back.
What about you, JJ? Did you have a moment? Is there a time that just resonates in your mind?
That's a hard question, bro. And I think before I got engaged, I always asked that question too. Like, how do you know? Right. That's a hard question to answer.
Yeah, you asked me that before.
I asked you that,
Yeah.
and I feel like me and Dante talked about this
Yeah,
too.
we talked about it.
But for me, there wasn't a specific time or moment, right? And people, when I used to ask people like, "How did you know?" You just know, right? I don't really know how to describe it, other than the fact that like people used to say, I used to hear married folks say all the time, "Man, you know when you know," and I'm like, "What does that even mean?"
Yeah,
like, well, when you know, you know, and now I know.
Yeah,
like I got it. But I would say, rather than just like a moment, there was probably moments that kind of helped shaped me to know that she was the one.
Right.
And so like a lot of it for me was so we were friends first. So we had a foundation in French.
How long were y'all friends?
Probably a little over a year, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. So we were friends and like strictly platonic,
Like
right?
strictly friends.
So that also led to it, right? So like that was like allowed us to be able to be free, like be ourselves with one another without trying to like win each other over.
Right.
Which is the
'Cause, like,
worst.
You saw who each other
bro.
really were.
Yeah. Like in all settings, right?
Right.
So she seen me in all of my spaces, and I seen her in all her spaces.
Right.
But once we started dating, it was like I already had a strong idea. Like, all right, I'm not gonna get in this if I don't think that this is like serious, right? Or this can lead.
I
somewhere.
remember when you were at the cusp.
So it was like moments, and for me, like I pay attention to like how people respond to situations. So that's why I was like, it's probably moments that help shape my perception. And one day I was just like, yeah, she's it. Like this is it. Like I started thinking different, right?
Yeah,
I never thought this way.
Did you think that before y'all started dating, or while y'all? So was it?
It was a progression. So like while we were friends, I was like, I'm thinking about her differently, right? Like I started having these different thoughts about her, and I was
Fantasies.
like, all right.
You nasty.
Not fantasies, fool. But I'd never seen her in that light before, right? It always was in a friendship light. But once we started dating, that's when I started to like have some thoughts that were different. Like I never viewed relationships like this. I never started thinking about the future before in that realm, right? It was always like, hey, that's the purpose, that's the intention. We're gonna try to date to get married, but with her, it was like, yo, I'm really future focused. Like I'm trying to do this thing called life together.
Right.
So it just kind of clicked, and things just organically happened. And I was like, yeah, this is it. This is how I know she's the one.
Bro, that's so dope. So I think, because we have a lot of guys that listen to this podcast, and oddly enough, a lot of them are between the ages of like 25 and like 32. So I think there are a lot of guys who really, really want to know, like, how do you know? They may be dating a young lady,
right?
And they may be like, look, bro, how do you know? And so I think what Coop brought up, when a woman does things for you that you've never experienced before, so she shows you new things.
You know what I'm saying? Or we
wow. And now we have a whole baby. JJ brought up when your mind starts to shift about seeing her differently. Like there's something different about her.
And she also checked the boxes from like a value standpoint.
Right.
So
She spoke life into you.
Yeah. Spoke life into me, and like values. Like what are the things that I was holding high in importance in a relationship and in a wife? Like she checked those boxes, right?
Right. And then I'll say for me, just when you're faced with the thought of living life without somebody. Like that's
a good point.
You know.
Yeah.
Like when you have to think about life is, I don't want to experience this life without you. Bro, I was still calling Olivia if like major things happened in my life.
Even when y'all broken up.
Even when we were broken up.
Yeah.
Like
That's why she had to cut it off with you.
That's why she had to cut it off. Because she was like,
I
bro,
can't do this.
Yeah, bro, you're toxic. It's like a Black Lifetime movie.
My heart can't take it anymore.
I can't take it anymore.
Well, y'all should drop an album.
Bro, let me tell you something. I love my baby.
That'd be cold.
And now, baby, you can after this, when you can have all the wine bottles you want.
What was it 168, 17? What was it? You forgot now.
Let me tell you this. These new numbers that we about to run up is totally different. Totally different.
Congrats to y'all. So now that y'all got this, so here's a fear. So first fear is
Are we already
them
talking
saying
fears?
Hey, boys can't even experience joy.
The first fear is them saying no when you propose.
Yes.
And then obviously you get married, and then the second fear is divorce,
Yes.
right? And then Dante, you were telling me about something you read recently about the divorce rate or something like that compared to our grandparents.
Yes. So they were saying,
millennials, huh?
Yeah. So millennials, and they basically were saying that marriages aren't lasting as long as previous generations, and most of it, we already know what the biggest thing is finances. But somebody posed the question. They were like, yo, let's have a real talk conversation. Why aren't marriages lasting as long in our parents' generation?
Do y'all have,
I have one.
Right,
I think I have one. I just think the value of marriage has changed. Like,
Yeah.
I think ultimately, I'm not speaking for everybody, but I do believe that marriage isn't as high on a pedestal as it once was.
Right.
And I can just and I feel like I can come to this conclusion just from how many people step outside of their marriage.
Right.
How many people mess with married people.
Right.
Just how quick people get married and unmarried.
Yeah, the divorce rate.
The divorce rate. Like, I do believe that marriage isn't as high on it's become more of a checklist,
Right.
and not like I feel like people when they were, it was like a legit.
There's not a sanctity to
Yeah,
marriage.
it was like a sanctity thing. It was like, yo, we going before God,
Right.
and making this covenant. And now y'all be sitting up here lying to God's face. Y'all be sitting up here all in other people covenants. Y'all over here, God just looking like these heathens.
Okay, so I would think that that's a good point. But I think it also has something to do, how do I say this? Shamelessness.
What do you mean?
So like before, I feel like getting a divorce was kind of like embarrassing, or it was a big deal type
Right.
thing. Where now it's
throwing
like
parties.
yeah,
Like
a
whole divorce
People
party.
get married. Girl, when you get divorced.
Right.
The divorce
right.
party be bigger than the marriage.
Right. So I think people are no longer ashamed to get divorced. I think so, which I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing. I don't.
I bet say because I think I can go one or two ways.
It doesn't.
Right?
I'm not saying give my opinion on that, but then also the fact that getting a divorce is not a big deal, getting married is not a big deal.
Right.
So it's like if it doesn't work, I'll just get a divorce.
Or get a divorce. Yeah.
Oh, it's easy.
Right.
I can put you on the call with my attorney right now.
Right. And then another thing I would say is, I'll just say the rise of successful women.
Yeah.
Because
And
before it's
insecure
like,
dudes.
insecure dudes,
Right.
which kind of work hand in hand. So before, I feel like a lot of women depended on their husband or their partner to provide for them, whereas now they really don't need you for that.
For real.
So if a man is not providing in some other area or some other way,
Yeah.
they're not going to stay with you because you give them a comfortable lifestyle, because they can provide their own
They can probably
lifestyle.
provide that themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's valid.
And I think it's twofold for me. There's I think that people don't do enough work before marriage
For sure.
to get married, right? I think people rush and jump into marriage. Like they're just dating for however long. Maybe it's not intentional. It's super surface level. And then people get married and they're like, I didn't know who I married.
Right.
But at the same time, I didn't even know who I was.
Right.
So I think there's a lot of people getting married like that, especially millennials getting married like that.
It's like a checkbox. Like,
Yeah,
we've been
checkbox.
dating this long. The next progression is
It's
marriage.
marriage,
We
or
might as well
like
do
even
it.
the reasons why we get married. Like we just finna get married because of sex or whatever it is, and it's like
I mean, it don't make sense that we paying two different rents.
right.
These are real
doesn't-
things that
it's
I, these are real
That's
things
what
that
I'm
I've
saying.
heard
Like,
before.
yeah, and
But
people
it
just
doesn't though. But you have to get married.
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just.
Okay,
but
yeah,
these
yeah,
are.
But
these
something
are
about these are things that I've heard, right? People
Yeah,
just
yeah.
get into these marriages. So I think that's one. I think the other thing is that, to Coop's point, people don't value marriage. Like, or to your point, Dante, people don't value marriage, and divorce is an option. And I think in the older generations, divorce wasn't really an option.
Right.
They had the grit and the resilience to say, like, hey, even if we facing tough times, we're gonna get through this. There's no other choice. Now people be like, they get into the marriage with the notion of like, if it don't work out, I'll get a divorce.
Right.
So after 6 months, you have your first argument. Then you're like, all right.
I don't need this.
Yeah.
Because you have an out.
You have
Right.
it out.
That's-
And then you probably already got somebody on the side anyway.
That's
Right.
like my father-in-law's here. He was watching a prison show, right? And so the people are going undercover in prison. So you sign up to go to jail for things
I've
like
heard
2
of that
months,
show, you're right.
So one of the guys was like, his brother's in jail. He wants to see what his brother's going through. He's like, if my brother can make it, I know I can make it. A couple days in, he goes in and he just requests out. He just dipped out of
Case.
prison, right? So I was like, yeah, your brother made it because he knew he has to make it.
Right.
And you're not
You have
going to
an
make
option,
it if
right.
you know you can get out.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
That's
It's the mentality.
It's the mentality. Also, bro, I just think that when you don't have social media, and not to just say social media is a bad thing, but I think when you don't have social media, you're allowed to go through different seasons of marriage without the opinions of a lot of people.
Right.
Like a lot of people don't see it, bro. People get in one fight, they on Twitter going off. Like they on Facebook going whole statuses, and it was almost just like you could just be.
Yeah.
Because let's be clear, like some of y'all granddaddies had whole families on the other side of town. So we're not saying that these marriages were
Perfect. Or they were upstanding.
or upstanding marriages, but
They just remained married.
They remained married.
You might have stumbled upon another answer.
People don't leave after you cheat once.
People get caught more now because of technology. Our grandfathers could cheat in peace.
No, and you know what?
Not
you know what?
cheat in peace.
And you know what? We're laughing, but I think
Hey, real quick. Hey, black men don't cheat.
black men
No,
don't cheat,
no,
but everybody else.
Black men cheat.
But I think real talk, bro, and I'm not saying I advocate cheating, but I do believe that people leave because you don't leave because you necessarily want to. I think a lot of people leave because of just outside influences.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So like older women were like, you know what? You know what you do outside of this house, but who he come home to?
Right.
Who he come home to?
Right.
And I think now it's different when a girl sliding into your DMs like, I was just with your husband. Do you know this man? And out of the embarrassment, it's like, oh, I gotta divorce
That's
him.
the thing, bro. Don't
because
embarrass me.
It's so much exposure.
It's exposure. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I gotta divorce you,
Right.
Because now I'm embarrassed. Whereas women used to be embarrassed all the time.
Also,
Y'all don't like embarrassment? Y'all don't want a little embarrassment? It builds character. It builds character. Okay? You give it up too soon, King. You need to see it through.
What 50 say? How deep is our bond if that's all it takes for you to
You
be gone?
Some of y'all don't want to go through y'all want marriage, but y'all want the struggles.
As-
of it.
as
you
Jay
don't want
say-
everything that come with it.
As Jay say, my heart ain't got nothing to do with my penis.
That's two different things, baby.
Hey, with two different brains, baby. Two different brains. Bing bong. Woo, we don't advocate it. I'm just telling y'all the mindset. Okay.
Also, bro, the level of, like we say exposure, but that
Right.
goes both ways. Because with social media, back in the day, I feel like you only were exposed to like what was in your city,
right.
or in your surroundings.
Right.
Bro, now you know what's going on in different countries.
Right.
All different
You have
types.
You
of
looking
all
at
this-
baddies all over. Hey,
Yeah,
King,
you
she
got
don't
all
want
this
you.
exposure. So it makes it hard for people, I feel like, to settle down, or for people who's already in a marriage to stay committed, because it's like there's so much out
There's
here.
always
lot.
always something else.
It's like when you go to a restaurant and the menu is too much.
It's overwhelming.
It's
God damn,
overwhelming.
how many pages?
It's a lot on that menu, dog.
That's like when you go to Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah,
Cheesecake
Factory.
Factory.
20 pages.
Got all these books.
I'm about to cry. I don't know.
I'm about to come back and try everything.
How can I stay faithful? Look at it. There's so many different flavors. No, but I do believe that.
That
But
boy
King,
jumping to different cuisines.
King, she don't want you. And it's a BBL. It ain't even real. You looking at that Instagram model thinking, but King, she don't want you.
She don't want you.
You ever thinking that's a possibility? So yeah, so I think there are a lot of things, bro. I think more than anything, people don't want to die to self. We live in a society where it's all about you. It's all about what you want.
Right.
It's all about how you feel. It's all about what you want to do. In marriage, it's not like that, bro. In marriage, if you really, really want to talk about marriage, you should be dying to yourself every single day. Let me talk about my marriage.
You married?
But I'm engaged.
How long you been married?
Wisdom. And you know what? And some counseling. But I think
This is a marriage expert.
I think a lot y'all
Come to Dante's workshop.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. One day after getting married, hey King, are you experiencing challenges in your marriage? I can give you the tips and the tricks to get your home back in order.
That's funny.
No, but I do think people don't want to, in a society where it's all about you, people don't want to die to self.
Yeah.
And dying to self, you got to put your pride down. You got to humble
You have
yourself.
to humble yourself. And you got to be vulnerable.
And you got to be vulnerable. And a lot of people don't want to do that.
We talked about it last episode.
We did. A lot of people just want to, what you do for me, I'll reciprocate.
Yep.
But in marriage, you got to be willing to do that even when baby girl tripping.
Yeah.
Like even when Olivia tripping, bro, I'm going to have to be like, you tripping, but I'm going to still love you.
Put your pride to the
Right.
side.
I'm going to still love you how you deserve to be loved.
Yep.
Because that's what Christ tells me to do. So yeah. So,
And we always listen to him.
Bing bong. We need to get that sound effect.
Oh,
we
I got you.
So I think that's it, bro. I think there are a lot of things. Hey, man, I want to hear from y'all. I think this is a great question for the people, right?
Okay.
Why do y'all believe marriages don't last like in older generations?
Oh, you about to stir the pot.
I just want to know. I just want to know.
Hopefully they don't go crazy like they did on the
You
last
know what?
question.
I was just about to say we might just post it to the stories because that's where y'all feel comfortable telling how y'all really feel. Cool. Intro us into what we talking about now.
So we posed the question.
Hey, we said it was private, but we...
Nah,
We
joking. Never.
We joking.
We will keep your identity a secret, but we will talk about y'all's answers. And the question was, first question we asked women.
We asked the ladies first.
Ladies, what is something that you want the fellas to know?
Hold on, but the post
y'all
itself
y'all
was
didn't want
dry.
to respond to the post.
The post itself was dry. No, we got a couple of them. On there, but they was keeping it real dry on that. Hold on, let me go to it. So we asked the question to the ladies first. We had some good ones. One of them gracefully broke and said, "It's okay to be vulnerable. So your emotions, your mental health matters. You deserve to feel valued in relationships." Yes,
That's straight. That's straight.
that's straight. My girl Esther said, men, God thinks so highly of you that he created you first. So stop representing yourself like you second hand.
Talk to him, Esther.
I like that.
And Kalandra, we love Kalandra. She's a friend of the show for real.
Yeah.
She said, just as it's expected for women's bodies to be sacred, the same goes for them. We don't want the ran through either, or as Dante says, mattress tester.
Mattress tester.
That's how you know she a real listener of the show.
Hey, you coined that too.
Mattress testers.
Oh, we need that T-shirt.
Mattress testers. No mattress testers.
No, mattress tester.
No mattress testers. Look at Key looking at us. Ain't no tester, no mattress testers.
But then we got to the nitty gritty.
We got to the stories. We got our identities hidden. Y'all feel like telling the truth.
There's so many that I think we should
Yeah.
all just pick maybe one. Let me see.
We're picking the women?
picking the women
Women
first.
first.
Let's everybody just pick one. So for the ladies,
Let me see. Okay, here's a good one. Chivalry doesn't make you look like a simp or a lame. It's okay to treat women well in public.
I
I'm
agree
not
with
feeling that.
No. I'm with that, bro.
I'm with that, too.
I'm a chivalrous person now.
I am too, but I have gone through phase like Kiana is very lovey-dovey, bro. I'm like, we in a party. Why are you trying to
She's just trying to show her affection,
kiss on
bro.
my neck?
She's trying to show her affection.
kiss on your neck. Get up, what? You
she trying to get something started.
nasty.
She went back to that back rub.
Here's another one that I completely agree with that I've always thought is
Now,
weird.
didn't we say we doing one?
I know, but
We did.
but y'all ain't hitting me.
wanna
Y'all
be-
ain't-
I got mine.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Greedy Coop.
Okay, yeah, calm down. The one I believe is the most important is, and this irritates me, I ain't gonna even lie. When we vent, we're not always looking for a solution. We just want to vent sometimes.
Triggered.
I'm triggered. Oh, but just the talk, it's the talking for me.
Y'all just talking about something we don't care about, and then this ties with another one.
I got
We give you a
one.
solution. I don't want. I'm not here for that. I just want to talk.
Right.
I'm tired of hearing you talk. Hey, yo, edit that out.
Edit that out.
So homies won't keep you warm at night.
That's
Caring
it.
about your friends above your girl is weird.
It's very
It's
weird, bro. And a lot of people are like that, bro.
Who care about their friends before they girl?
A lot of guys,
dudes,
bros
bro.
for hoes.
Yeah, man.
That's a whole
That's a whole
saying.
mantra, bro.
Hey, ma'am, just send them to therapy. Look at my baby.
Oh, Casey.
Hey guys, we have 2 in studio guests. We got Key and Casey. And she is
Big Casey.
little cute self.
KC ready to hop on the mic.
So good job, ladies. We appreciate
Yeah,
that.
let's move on to the important ones.
The real ones. Let's get to the real
Let's get
ones.
to the real.
All right. So my favorite one from the guys. My boy said, "We really do appreciate when you let the waitress know that our food
That
is
is
wrong."
true. That is true. That is true.
Hey, secretly, bro. Yes.
I'll be like, it's not that big a deal. I'll just eat this bologna sandwich, even though I ordered a steak.
Even though I will sit there quiet.
Not wanting to,
I
not
was
wanting
sitting
to
there
take your
quiet.
food back.
I don't want no problem.
No. It's okay. It's okay.
like bologna.
I'm cool.
I like
cool.
bologna.
I'll eat it. I'll eat it. Don't worry
Bro,
about it. I'll eat it. I'll eat it.
bro,
It's not a big deal.
bro,
But when
this-
you get that steak,
Yeah.
Bro,
Thank you, baby.
This one time, me and Olivia, I was out with Olivia and my mama.
Yeah.
And I had ordered eggplant parmesan. We were at Olive Garden.
Yeah.
She bought me chicken parm. They both jumped down. He a vegetarian. He don't even eat meat.
Or cheese.
Bro, I felt bad for the girl. I was like, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But they was on her neck, bro.
That's funny.
They were on her neck.
So what's y'all's? Since y'all so ready, locked and loaded.
We really don't care about what Stacy said to you at work today. We just care about you.
Thank you. Women be trying to tell us their work business like we know what they talk about.
No, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm investing in Olivia.
In the drama?
I be like,
Dante do.
I be like, what she say? Scandalous. I be like, what she do now? Tell me what she.
Yeah.
This was a good one. Please, for the love of God, stop the assumptions. Now, some of y'all fellas, let me be clear. Some of y'all just be out here cheating.
But don't assume that I'm cheating.
But quit assuming.
Let me tell you. Do you want us to get divorced? I don't understand. Why do you keep catching me cheat?
This is one that needs to be stated.
What's up?
I love you, but my plate is mine. If you want this, ask the waiter. It's gonna get me every time. It's gonna get me every time. I'm paying for the meal.
Right.
I tell you, order whatever you want.
Right.
You can have whatever you like.
You can have whatever you want.
And you still choose to ask for my food.
Bruh, and I order the perfect amount for me.
Right.
So if you take a little bit of mine, now I don't have enough.
Now I'm hungry. I'm still hungry.
That's like I know this don't really apply to you, Dante, but that's like if you're trying to get like 10 wings, right?
Oh yeah.
You already portioned it out of your head like, oh, I'm gonna get 5 lemon pepper,
Yes.
5 buffalo.
And your stomach is looking for the inventory.
yes. Then you get to 3.
Your
you got,
stomach is looking for the.
Then a
You got-
pirate comes and intercepts the ship.
not a pirate.
All right, matey.
now we 2 wings short on
yeah.
inventory.
Right. And now I'm still hungry.
Can I get a couple fries? No. my body is prepared for 49 fries. And now that you've taken, I only have 46.
So don't do that. And we're gonna post these, ladies, so y'all know the rules.
y'all can remember.
So y'all can always go back and reference them.
And fellas, we can post the ladies too, just so y'all know, y'all can whatever.
But y'all perfect, so y'all ain't gotta
Yeah,
worry
exactly.
about it.
King, shine on, King.
Yeah. Keep doing you, King.
King, don't let her lie to you. You're doing good.
It's assumptions, King. That's all it
It's
is.
not you, it's her.
It's her.
She's the problem.
We the new Kevin Samuels. Okay, we've laughed, but now it's time.
What's that?
It's time for the soundbite of the week.
I got it.
Hit me.
That engaged
Soundbite.
man.
Huh?
That engaged man.
The soundbite of the week is: if we allow our happiness and sense of success to hinge on things outside of ourselves, we will wait for our well-being indefinitely.
Say that again.
If we allow our happiness and sense of success to hinge on things outside of ourselves, we will wait for our well-being indefinitely.
That's a bar.
So basically, everything you need to be happy,
It's
you
already
have.
It's already in you.
Look inside.
External circumstances
When you
always
look
change.
inside your heart, you don't have to be afraid
I don't know
of
this
who
one.
you are. That's Mariah Carey.
Oh, that's why I don't know.
Not deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You on your
Good
own.
for you though, Dante.
But you know what? You know what? I'm not looking externally for validation that I need internally.
Application.
Yeah. So hey guys, if you're like me and you also don't need external validation, follow the game. Hey man, follow us on social media. Follow us at the Soundboard Podcast. That's where it all goes down, bro. It really does go down. It has been the most interesting week
Oh yeah.
on our Instagram, bro.
Big facts.
Big fact. So follow us on Instagram. Also, guys, remember we have set a new goal for 75 reviews.
Yes.
If you have not, if you're listening to this voice for the first time, please go and leave us a review. Maybe this is the only episode you listen to. Leave us a review based on how you feel about this episode. And you can follow your boy Dante at Dante Speaks Like DONTAE.
And you can find me on IG at thisiscoop_.
And you can find your boy JJ at
_Jeremy J. And when you're searching that Soundboard Podcast, go ahead and hit that follow.
And you can follow Casey at
I need to make her a page so I
Yeah,
can post
we need
it.
to make her a
See, I
page.
feel better posting her on
She
her
on the
own
pod
page.
right now. She over here talking.
Because it's like, otherwise my whole page is going to be Casey.
Right.
Because I have a billion pictures of her.
So cute.
But also remember, guys, if there's anything that you feel passionate about, that you want to let it be known to the masses. Okay, Casey.
What
Hello.
Casey passionate about?
Look, Casey said, wrap it up.
I got something I'm passionate about.
It up.
Go ahead and send us a voice message in our DMs, and we can go ahead and play it for the sound off. We haven't done
You
it
know
so
what?
long.
We ain't did it so long because y'all don't be sending us y'all voice, but that's
got
okay.
sound off.
We gonna get some. Hey guys, also friendly reminder. This is the holiday season, so we are gonna be taking some time off. So you're gonna this episode. If you're listening to this episode is debuting on Wednesday the 15th.
Right.
We won't have an episode the week of Christmas.
The 21st.
So there will not be an episode the 22nd.
22nd.
I mean, yeah, there won't be an episode the 22nd, but we will be back on Wednesday the 29th with another banger.
Yes, sir.
Hey guys, we'll holler at y'all. We'll see y'all on IG.
We out.
Peace.